Alright, hi guys, my name's Gavin, I'm here with Nate, and today he's gonna tell us about his new deck.
This is actually the first time my face is on my channel, but yeah, so this deck is Chaos Heroes. I'm going to be putting up a replay for this deck. You guys have probably seen this in past replays, but it's really cool. I topped with this deck today, so my worst matchup today was probably Constellars, and I did well against them. So, started off with the monsters. This is the only standard hero I play in this deck. It's 3 Shadow Mist. You gotta play 3 Shadow Mist if you're playing heroes. The oddball that nobody plays anymore, 3 Captain Gold. What's really cool about this is that when you pitch Shadow Mist to grave by some effect, which I'll explain later, you can add gold to your hand and then pitch them to search Skyscraper. You don't really care that Skyscraper is getting added to your hand. You just care that Captain Gold is in grave. So that's a
pretty good deck thinning strat.
And it's better than Stratos in my opinion. I just prefer this over that. I really do not want Stratos.
Because now you got the light in your grave for whatever Miracle Fusion you want to go. Or
BLS or Chaos Sorcerer.
True.
I run 3 Blazeman. No hero deck other than this should be running 3 Blazeman in my opinion. But Blazeman is the best card in this deck by far. He sets off all your plays. You want to see him in your opening hand because then he pitches Shadow Mist. Then through that you pitch Captain Gold, and then he becomes Dark, so if you have a mass change, you can get Dark Law first turn. So it's way too good to not have it 3 in this deck. And then my last hero I played 1 Bubble Man. I was running 3 Armageddon Knight, and then I took 1 out for Bubble Man, and it just improved the deck so much. It made it slightly more consistent, but that wasn't the point. I wanted to play Ab-Zero and Acid, and this just made it so much better. Played 2 Armageddon Knight. This is the replacement for Blazeman if I can't get Blazeman, or if all my Blazemans are used up or they were negated or something. This is a great replacement. Plus, you can Dark Law him with Mass Change second, so it's way too good.
You gotta play Arm Knight if you're playing Shadow Mist.
Then 2 Summoner Monk because it gets your Mass Change place. You should be rerunning Summoner Monk in your hero deck. If any format. This card I cited out the most today, just because it never came up game 1, and Stellars just would kind of just get over this anyway. They would negate the effect, whatever. I would always side this out for an Effect Veiler, just because Effect Veiler is light and it would just work really well with the deck. For the Chaos, I play 2 Sorcerer and 1 BLS. I was thinking about playing 1 of the Dragons, but I just felt that was kind of unnecessary. I'm very happy with 3. Sometimes, at certain points during today, I kind of wish I was playing Light Pulsar, but especially against Constellars, but this ended up being enough for me to top, at least. Moving on to spells, this is a very spell-heavy deck. 3 Mass Change. It's heroes. That's how you play heroes now. Yeah, you gotta have to. 3 Miracle Fusion. You have 6 targets for Chaos. This deck needs 3 Miracle Fusion. Normally, if I were playing regular heroes, I'd only play 2. But 3 Miracle Fusion is absolutely necessary because Shining is just way too good in this deck.
Do you find it's ever dead?
No, I've never found this to be dead because I've always found... because if this is my first turn instead of a BLS or a Chaos Sorcerer, I'm just as happy to see it. Because I can easily get the play off and then I just get a Shining or Escrivadea or however... whatever his name is, the Dark Elemental Hero.
Nice.
3 Rhoda, because it's Rhoda.
Yep.
2 Skyscraper. I only run 2 because 3 becomes Cloggy. I opened up both Skyscrapers during 1 game against Stellars today, and that was just horrible because that means I can't get my plays off.
Yeah, you don't want to draw it. You want to draw. You want to gold
search it. I want to search it, and unfortunately, the great news about this deck is that even if you open 2 Skyscrapers, you can still play. I was fortunate enough to open up with a Mass Change and a Blazeman, so I was still able to at least get a Shadow Mist Engrave and get a Dark Law that turn.
Yeah.
But normally, yeah, I do not want to see either one of these in my opening hand. It's the worst card in the deck by far. It does help me get over things, but whatever. 1 Mass Change second. I run this because I run Armageddon Knight and Summoner Monk. Have to, plus it gets Shadow Mist Engrave as well, so... 1 E-Call. Very happy with 1 E-Call. I might put this up to 2, mainly because I play 1 Mass Charge. I only used Mass Charge once today, and I used it, and that was against, I think, Raccoons. And
You do only play one copy. Did you see it more than once?
I saw it twice, and I put it down as MST bait once. Just because you banish so much, you only need one, and
okay.
You don't use the change spells as fast as you would like to, in order to make this viable at more than one. So that's why I have it at 1. This card I sided out the second to Summoner Monk. 2 MST because this deck hates back row. I never needed more than 2. I do have a third one, but never needed more. 1 Soul Charge because it lets you play Mass Heroes, or Xyz plays if you want. And then the 1 Foolish Burial. Again, this lets you get off the Chaos play with Shadow Mist into gold. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you play Dark Law, which would be better, but again, the point is to get gold and Shadow Mist in the grave, so it's just as good. For traps, I play 3 Call the Haunted. I was playing 1 Hero Signal because I was just testing it out, but I ended up going back to 3 Call the Haunted just because it's inherently better.
Yeah, Call's just so good.
I wish Heroes had a better summoning engine from Grave, just because Call the Haunted can just be MST'd, and then they would just go away, which is not something I always want. But that never happened to me, because I would just activate a Mass Change in response. So yeah, and then for the next 2 traps, I main decked 1 Black Horn of Heaven. I wasn't expecting to see a lot of Shaddoll today, and I was very happy that there weren't any. And I sided this out once against you. I played I sided this out once because you don't special summon. It came in very handy today, especially against Stellars. It really stopped one of their plays. And I did side another one just in case. So yeah, this was fantastic today.
Yeah.
And then Solemn Warning because it's Solemn Warning.
Right.
For fusions, I played 3 Dark Law. I went into all 3 Dark Law today once. Very happy to have all 3 Dark Law. And I went up against Stellars in the playoff rounds, and that was a rough match. This definitely helped. It gave them quite a bind. I almost won. I almost turned the tables because of this, but they were able to get it off the board before it really did any damage. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, 3 Dark Law was absolutely necessary today. 2 Koga. No hero deck ever plays 2 Koga. I think that's a big mistake. This deck doesn't see much Koga play unless I can get Captain Gold out, or Blazeman into Captain Gold, which is kind of cool sometimes. But I played 1 Koga and I almost played the second against Raccoons, but just because it was just so good. I ended up getting him up to 4,500 attack. So and they had a Barkion on field, so that was absolutely necessary to get rid of the Barkion, and plus he banished a card to lower Barkion's attack even further. I ended up OTKing that turn, so that was absolutely fantastic. The 1 Enki, I never used this today. Didn't use this at all. I debated using it once, and I ended up just mass changing into a Dark Law, and that was a better move. If I were to go into this, it would just be for game. And then the final Mass Hero, I play 1 Acid. Ab-Zero into Acid is just too good. Yeah, I don't really need to explain that. It's too good. For the regular fusions, I play 2 Shining. Yeah, I try to get 2 Shining out every turn. The fact that every game, Shining is amazing in this deck, mainly because you're banishing so much, and he just gets super big, super fast. Yeah. And
you get gold engrave so easy.
Yeah, and then I can go into gold, or if I have Koga engrave, I use that instead, and then I can banish other stuff because Koga's dead in the grave, so I can't really I can't special summon him again. So Shining was fantastic. Plus he got wiped off the board a few times, which just added cards back to my hand, which was absolutely fantastic and really helped my plays. One of the Dark guy, I used him once to end a game against Stellars, and I won because of it. And then I just mass changed into Anki. Oh yeah, I did use Anki once. Yeah, I mass changed into Anki through this. So yeah, that was the one time I used him. 1 Ab-Zero because it's Ab-Zero, and then 1 Contrast Hero Chaos. This is the guy that never came up today. This is the just in case guy. I would have used this against Stellars had I drawn into a Miracle Fusion in the playoff matches, but couldn't get the right draws I needed. So unfortunately that happened. And then I run 3 Xyz. I run 1 Number 101, 1 Cowboy, and 1 Castell.
Yep, those are the good ones.
Prior to the ban list last week, I was running 1 Chain instead of Castell, just because Castell doesn't inherently solve a lot of problems that this deck has. Specifically, any Xyz deck, like any Xyz spam deck like Stellars, this deck has a lot of problems with. This deck has a really bad time against BA. BA can really just set up. That's why I wasn't running Castell. But these two are absolutely necessary. 101 helped me a lot in a couple matches. Cowboy is just there to end games, and I almost made him once, but didn't have to. So, and then I'm going to go over my side deck because that is actually important. 2 Valor. That was absolutely necessary today. This won me a game against Raccoons alone. With Solemn Warning, this won me a game because I opened up both and Solemn Warning, and it just stopped them completely and shut them down. So that was absolutely fantastic. The third Armageddon Knight. Sometimes I want to see a third Armageddon Knight instead of Bubble Man. This is there just in case. I'm playing something else. Typically we have Ritual Beasts here. I was playing 2 Artifact Lancia. Didn't need it today. And it's a light monster, so that helps. 1 Destiny or Doomlord. This guy is fantastic, mainly because he's dark, and he's a hero monster, so he's searchable. And Xyz hate to see this guy because he banishes them, and then they lose all their material. So I almost was able to use him against Stellars, but they diamonded me, and that kind of ruined that whole plan. So that was unfortunate. And then for my last 2 monsters, I played 2 Silver Sentinel. I never cited this in. This is an odd card, and I just have it because I love it, but it's kind of an artifact that's not an artifact, and this is more for rank 4 plays if I feel like I need to go up, need to play them. This was more of the benefit for, this is a great card in combination with Dark Law, so that's why I like it, and plus it special summons itself and then pops a card, so, which is always good. So if he special summons himself and negate it, he still stays, so it doesn't matter. Never cited this in. I wasn't gonna play this against Tellers because they do use MST. So and so do what's it called? The Volcanics. So I was gonna use this, but I never felt I needed to. So this guy never saw action today. For spells, I used 1 MST. That was it. I didn't run Book of Moon because I felt like Nekroz is kind of obsolete right now. But Nekroz didn't show up. And then I played 2 Deep Prison. I was expecting Yang Zings today. Didn't see those, so never cited them in. And then for the one-offs, the second book, Black Horn of Heaven, so I cited this in once. Yeah. And then for the limiteds, 1 Bottomless, 1 Ring, and then 1 Compulse. So that wraps up this.
Nice, good stuff.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check back for the replay tomorrow. See ya.